Hello, all my Eclipse friends around the world, wherever you are. It's my pleasure to be with you once again, and I'm glad you're here because I think I have one of the most important macros that you can ever use, at least to cover your backside. So let's get into Cosmos Corner. I'll show it to you. All right, like I said, one of the most important macros, it's not an editing macro, but one of the most important macros that you can use is actually this macro called pause audio or playback. Because one of the tantamount rules in law is you don't want to hear the private conversations between an attorney and his or her client. And you certainly do not want to be recording those. So there's a couple of things you can do. Let's go into our user settings, go to real time, and down here at the very bottom right is something called auto pause. I have mine set at 1, which means if I forget to use this macro, it automatically pause at 1 minute. And as soon as I hit another stroke on my keyboard, it will start. The audio will start up again. However, some of you may have noticed that it doesn't always start on the first word, the audio doesn't. And that's because up here at the top right, your flush delay. Mine is set at 1500, which is 1.5 seconds. Yours is probably set around 2000, which is 2 seconds. And that 2 seconds is meant to be, I'm going to give Eclipse 2 seconds to figure out all these strokes. And if it's a multi-stroke word, it gives itself 2 seconds to put them all together and find the word and put it up on your screen. So that's why the audio doesn't always start right at the beginning of a word, is because they've started talking and the 2 second mark, the audio will start up. So to get around that, just hit a period or something, or you're back on the record stroke. Give yourself a little time, a few seconds, and then the audio will be right there with you. All right, now to get to the macro. Once again, we go to Edit, Macros, and thanks to a good friend Judy, she just said, if you know what the name of the macro is, just start typing it. So I'm going to type PAU, and there it is. Pause, record, and playback. So let's go into Edit. And as you can see, it's a very simple macro. One command line. You can't get any simpler than that. So hit dictionary entry, and as you can see, mine is pause audio, PAUD with an asterisk. One stroke. Now what's nice about this is, as soon as they say off the record, I just hit that stroke. It's like automatic, and it stops everything. And so that the attorneys can talk, whoever wants to talk can talk, and I'm not recording it. You don't want to be threatened with a subpoena, as I was perhaps, to turn over your audio. And so you have to be careful sometimes, and this is just a way to protect your backside from anything or being accused of doing anything. Because like I said, the conversation between an attorney and his or her client is tantamount. So get a stroke that works for you so you can pause the audio immediately, hit OK, put it in your main dictionary, and now you can start using it if you don't already. It's one of, like I said, the most important macros you can use. Simple, but extremely powerful, and you've got to have it in your dictionary. Next week, we're going to be doing another macro in our series of macros, and so I'll look forward to seeing you again next week. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Bye-bye.